Yeah, so just before that, reports were telling you about expectations from the MPC today. Started the meeting yesterday, announcement expected today. We saw the value of the Naira in spite of the intervention of the Central Bank of Nigeria into the market. 2 consecutive trading sessions, we've seen a drop in the value of Naira. Of course, this and a whole lot more will be considerations by the MPC of the Central Bank of Nigeria. Let's get the thoughts of the Chief Executive Officer of Financial Derivatives Company, Mr. Bismarck Rwani, on this. Mr. Rwani, good morning. I wonder what you see as the MPC make the announcement today.
Good morning, Ini, and thank you for having me. The reality is that you raised 2 issues. One is, what is the Central Bank Monetary Policy Committee likely to do? And 2, what's happening to the value of the Naira? Is that one of the considerations that go into making the decisions today? But let me state clearly that the Monetary Policy Committee is supposedly an independent committee of the Central Bank. Central Bank executives are part of it, and they make decisions based on the best interest of the country in terms of achieving price stability, 1, and ensuring that monetary policy complements other policies, investment, trade, fiscal policies. That is the goal, and that is established. 2 is the fact that why is the Naira why is the Naira tumbling at this time when exactly all other things are looking better? The reality is that perfect markets actually designed for information, easy entry and exit, homogeneous commodity, and perfect information. There's no information as to when the next auction is going to be. If the Central Bank was to announce tomorrow that we are going to have an auction every 2 weeks, without even saying what the amount is, the Naira will stabilize almost immediately. I don't think the Central Bank wants to commit to a program if they are not sure that they have the resources, because that would be irresponsible. But at the same time, you have to understand market sentiment and market psychology. No matter what happens, if the price is right, then the quantity demanded will be equal to the quantity supplied. So I believe that the price today is right, and as a matter of fact, in some circumstances, the Naira is probably undervalued. Therefore, it is important that a sequenced and clearly defined program as to this is when we are going to intervene in the next 2 weeks, the next 3 weeks. It will create some certainty in the market, and people will then begin to, rather than take position and speculate, they will know that it's coming. And if I don't get this week, I will get the following auction. If I don't get that auction, I will get the following auction. And that will take away the uncertainty factor and also the illegitimacy factor, which gives speculators, it actually incentivizes speculators.
Mr. Rwani, you did suggest that perhaps one of the reasons the CBN seems reluctant to give a certain calendar, and plan for their intervention may be, availability. But we've seen our Forex reserve accruing the last couple of weeks. Shouldn't that give the CBN that confidence that at least they have the strength to intervene whenever it is necessary?
No, I think that, you see, there's a difference between gross reserves and net reserves. Gross reserves are all put together, but built into those gross reserves are encumbrances and other transactions that we don't know about. The net external reserves may not be as robust as, and will not usually be as robust as the gross external reserves. What should be published is the net external reserves. The net external reserves gives you the ample firepower to intervene in the market. But no news is bad news is better than no news at all. By not coming out to say, yeah, this is the true position of the reserves, by not coming out to say, this is when we are going to intervene, you are giving room to speculators and others who, and speculators in particular, on one hand, and even genuine users who do not know. So the ignorant, the speculative, and those who are actually trying to make arbitrageurs will take advantage of this. So my view, and just my own ignorant view, is that we should come up with a program and be very clear about it, be very intentional about it, and say this is what's going to happen. I believe that if you take away the illicit premium, if you take away the speculative premium, the Naira could be trading anything maybe at about 1450, 1500, not 1680 or 1665. I think it's way too much. And mind you, the Federal Reserve has actually just brought down rates by 50 basis points, which means all other currencies should be trading at a higher value than what it was when the US brought down the interest rates. Therefore, there's no reason why, on the one hand, the US interest rates have come down, all other currencies are strengthening, and the Naira will be weakening. No, I don't think there's any justification for it, especially when we're selling oil, selling gas. So cocoa price is up almost 2% to 7,800. This time last year, cocoa was trading at $2,000. It's now 4 times higher. LNG is up by 6%, and that's significant, and that's one of our major 14% of our exports. And the price of oil at $75 a barrel. It was 72, 71 about a week ago. So our key exports, oil up to $75 a barrel, LNG up by almost 6%, and it's 14% of our exports. Cocoa, we are projecting that we'll do 250,000 tons this year, and it is 4 times higher in price than what it was at this time last year. So technically speaking, everything looks Naira supportive, but markets are afraid because there's lack of information. And I think the central bank will definitely come up clearly with a program which will allow the Naira begin to appreciate. So what do we see? We see the Naira beginning to appreciate later on this year because there'll be visiting friends and relatives, there'll be cocoa main crop harvest, there'll be oil sales, and there'll be LNG sales. So, and then also there's the diaspora bond proceeds which will come in. So when you put all of this together, there is some silver lining at the end that may help the Naira. And I don't want to get people all excited. I only mean that the Naira, the depreciation rate will slow and then begins to appreciate gradually. And that's why I'm saying it could come to in the 1500, 1520 rather than 1680. That's where I think it will end the year.
All right, Mr. Rani, thank you so much. And we see that FDC is expecting the MPC to hold status. But I'm sure you would talk about that and a whole lot more on our news at 10. That will be after the decision has been announced. And we'll see if
see you at 10. See you at 10.
Yes. We'll see if they actually follow the forecast of the FDC and, of course, the expectations or implications of some of
we think they will maintain status quo. We think so, but we never know.
Yeah. Right? So we'll see you at 10 p.m., Mr. Rani.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.